everyone, welcome back to Filmora MVP YouTube channel. 2022 is going to be a big year of the film industry. Back to the past 2 years, many movies have been postponed due to pandemics. We do feel disappointed with that bad news. However, some exciting movies are coming soon. As a movie lover, you can't miss the list of upcoming movies in 2022. Let's get started. Uncharted. If you're a fan of the popular game Uncharted, you must be excited about this movie. The love of treasure drives men to take the ultimate risk to get their hands on it. In this film, Nathan Drake, Tom Holland, is recruited by his former partner Victor Sully Sullivan, Mark Wahlberg, in search of a long-lost historical treasure. Trading in his normal life as a treasure hunter, Drake is thrust into the midst of a memorable adventure that shapes him into the hero we all know he is. This movie features action-packed scenes and an all-star cast, which makes for the perfect addition to any collection. Moonfall. It may be the most anticipated science fiction movie in 2022. An unknown force knocks the moon out of its orbit around Earth, hurting it toward life. Ahead of the certain worldwide destruction, NASA executive Joe Fowler has assembled a team of old colleagues to save the world. In their last-ditch attempt into space, these unlikely heroes will leave behind everything they cherish, only to discover that the moon is not what they thought it was. Death on the Nile. Based on the novel by Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile centers on a love triangle that becomes a murder inquiry when one member of the triangle is found dead. As in the case with Murder on the Orient Express, Kenneth Branagh leads this adaptation as Detective Hercule Poirot, who must use his keen eye to uncover who killed Simon, Armie Hammer. Though everyone else has an alibi, everyone's secret is appealing as time goes by. Cyrano. It is a musical romantic drama film starring Peter Dinklage, famous for the imp in Game of Thrones. The story is telling about Cyrano de Bergerac falls in love with beautiful Roxanne, but he found Roxanne gives her heart to Christian. He's convinced his appearance renders him unworthy of the affections of the luminous Roxanne. Cyrano decides to offer his skills as a gifted poet to Christian to bring him and Roxanne together once and for all. Batman. The latest version of Batman finally comes to screen this year. This movie is more about the story before Bruce Wayne becomes the hero in Gotham City. The killings are being made by a mysterious killer known as Riddler. The highly anticipated 2022 reboot of Batman has the title role again being played by Bruce Wayne as he struggles to stop Riddler, who targets the power of Gotham City. As he seeks to stop Riddler's grisly games, Batman uncovers an even greater threat to the city that forces him to choose between his past and future, and the lives of those he loves. Ambulance. The director of Training Day and the Fast and the Furious producers tells a story about brothers forced to choose between family and the law. When two brothers desperately needing money to cover medical bills get together and decide to steal $32 million from a bank, their getaway vehicle goes spectacularly wrong. They hijack an ambulance carrying a severely wounded cop and an EMT worker as orders come down from hostage Detective Hollander to shoot to kill. Now the desperate pair must find a way to outrun the law while keeping their hostages alive. The Lost City. From comedic writer, director, producer Neil Breen comes his latest outlandish film featuring and starring himself, The Lost City. In her popular adventure novels, reclusive author Loretta Sage writes about exotic places that feature Alan's handsome cover model. While on tour promoting her new book with Alan, Loretta gets kidnapped by an eccentric billionaire who hopes she can lead him to an ancient city's lost treasure from her latest story. Determined to prove he can be a hero in real life and not just on the pages of her books, Alan sets off to rescue her. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Everything Everywhere All at Once is a hilarious and big-hearted sci-fi action adventure about an exhausted Chinese-American woman, Michelle Yeoh, who can't seem to finish her taxes. In this fun, upbeat comedy adventure, an aging Chinese immigrant is swept up by a mysterious force that sends her on a cross-country quest across America. When she discovers that she's in charge of saving the world and is connected to other universes through life she could have led and only her crazy new family can help her. This movie will make you laugh and cry. Operation Fortune, Ruse de Guerre. This is an upcoming American spy action comedy film directed by Guy Ritchie. Elite spy Orson Fortune needs to track down and stop the sale of a deadly new weapons technology wielded by billionaire arms broker Greg Simmons. Reluctantly teamed up with some of the world's best operatives, Fortune and his crew recruit Hollywood's biggest movie star, Danny Francesco, to help them on their globe-trotting mission to save the world. The team travels from Brazil to Singapore and finally Paris, where they use the latest spy gadgets, including the latest mini drones and surveillance weaponry. Morbius. Morbius is an upcoming American superhero film based on the Marvel Comics character of the same name, produced by Columbia Pictures and distributed by Sony Pictures Releasing. Morbius movie was directed by Daniel Espinosa, who wrote the screenplay with Matt Sazama and Burke Sharpless. Michael Morbius, Jared Leto, attempts to cure a rare blood disease, but his experiment goes wrong, and he suffers a terrible accident that leaves him with incredible powers and monstrous side effects. That's all for today. The next video will show the other 10 most anticipated movies 2022. If you don't want to miss this, please